Yo, what's good, everybody? Gonna have the beers with Barton. It is Saturday, January 17th, 2026. It's actually almost Sunday now. It's 11:29 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Um, yeah. Well, have my Niners sweatshirt on, but the Niners played Seattle tonight. In Seattle, the divisional round. They had that great win last week in Philadelphia. Fantastic. Lost Kittle, but knocked off the defending Super Bowl champs. And just the theme of this season, but the last at least half a decade, has just been injuries for the Niners. They can't stay healthy. This year was really bad. I think Kittle missed 6 or 8 games. I know Brock Purdy missed 8 games to a turf toe. Ayuk has not played all year. Pearsall has missed a ton of games. And Trent Williams missed a couple games. Christian McCaffrey actually played the whole year. He got a stinger in the game tonight and missed, maybe the second half or parts of the second half. And then defensively, I think Bosa went down week 2 or 3. Fred Warner week 7. Mikael Williams, the rookie who was playing phenomenal, tore his ACL. Bosa tore his ACL. Warner dislocated his ankle. And some other guys too. I mean, last week in Philadelphia, I think we were playing the 4th, 5th, and 6th, or 5th, 6th, or 7th. Linebacker depth-wise, missed a lot of guys on the defensive end, a couple guys on the offense, but just tons of injuries, tons and tons of injuries. It finally caught up with us tonight in Seattle. Losing to them in Week 18, we would have been the 1 seed, which means we would have been hosting tonight, but they would have been the 5 seed, so it could have been completely different how everything went down. But I mean, I was pleasantly surprised when we beat Philadelphia last week. And tonight, I just felt if we could just keep it close, the game went well. I mean, divisional rival, play them 2 times every year. Maybe we can pull this off. Pearsall's back, and Sam Darnold had an oblique injury, so that he was. They say he was questionable, but I felt he was always going to play. I just felt, but the game did not go. It was complete opposite for us to ever have a chance. I mean, the opening kickoff, they took 95 yards, I think, for a touchdown. Went for on 4th and 1 the next drive. They stopped them. They stopped us. Got a field goal. It was 17-0 with 3 minutes left in the first quarter. So it happened quick. And we got a couple field goals. It was 17-6. So we kind of leveled out. We were driving. And then late in the first half, we're kind of driving into a turnover. I don't remember if it was a fumble or an interception. I think it was a fumble, or went for it on 4th down. And they end up scoring a touchdown right before the half ends. Makes it 24-6. And then Hail Mary, backup tight end for Kittle, had it in his hands. It just bounced off. So 24-6 at halftime. You kind of feel like it's over. I do remember a couple years ago in the NFC Championship game against the Lions, down 24-7 at halftime. But we were at home and fully healthy. Ended up coming back to go to the Super Bowl that year. So I kind of felt it was over, though, because Seattle's defense is just so good. I thought if we scored 20 points, maybe we'd have a chance if our defense showed up. And then we just really couldn't get anything going. Then it was 31 and 38, and then 45. So final score, or no, what do they have? 24? Then maybe a field goal. 34, 41-6 was the final one. Lost by 5 touchdowns. So they pulled the starters with 6 minutes left. So tough way to lose, to end the season on when you're never really in it. But all the injuries, we're going to catch up at some point. I was just hopeful it wouldn't be tonight. So I'm a Bears fan because they play the Rams tomorrow. So I want the Rams to be gone. I don't know if the Bears can beat Seattle, but I'd like someone to root for. on the NFC side. So, yeah, tough loss, but with all the injuries, it was going to catch up. Still a heck of a year, to go 12-5 and be playing at home the last week of the season. If you win, you're the number 1 seed and get a first-round bye. To even be in that position, just phenomenal. And then, the win last week, but heck of a season. Tough way to lose, get blown out by your division rival. And I go back and forth on who I hate more, the Rams or Seattle. Tonight, obviously, it's Seattle, but I can't stand the Rams either. I don't like either one of them. I feel like the Seattle and the Niners have had a rivalry for a very long time, 15 years ago, both in the playoff slot. In the last, 5, 6, 7 have been more the Rams. Now we're all good. All three of the teams are good and seem to be in the playoffs pretty much every year. Just crazy from one division. So, anyways, Patriots play the Texans tomorrow, so that should be a fun game. And then Bears host the Rams. So, still some good football on. And then Monday night is the college championship, Indiana versus Miami. So, anyways, season's over. 2025 season's over. So now we get to 9 months from now. I look forward to next season. Man, tough. Just wasn't even in it. What a rough way. And this is the first game of all the playoffs, including last weekend and the first one today, that wasn't close. I mean, all the other games have been one-score games. I mean, the Bills-Broncos went into overtime today. Just didn't have enough firepower, and definitely didn't really get any of the bounces. Give up a kickoff return touchdown the first. That really got their fans into it. And then, a fumble, stopped on 4th down, whatever it was. It's just hard to claw back from that, especially with how good Seattle is. I mean, week 1, we played in Seattle and won 17-13. And then we lost 13-3 and then lost 6. We scored 26 points in 3 games against Seattle. That tells you how good their defense is, because no, we're not fully healthy right now, but, pretty healthy. You have Christian McCaffrey and Purdy. Obviously didn't have Kill or Ayuk. But, the Niners defense is pretty top end, I think before week 18, I think week 17, 16, and 15 were averaging 40 points a game. So, great offense. Man, that defense there's just nowhere to throw the ball. No one was ever open. It was insane just how good they played. Spectacular tonight. So, anyways, hats off to the Niners. Now I'm a Bears fan, and I guess maybe a Texans fan. I mean, I was rooting for the Bills. They lost today to the Broncos. The Broncos are fine, whatever. I like Drake May on the Patriots, but, Patriots as an organization, I don't want to see them start winning again. Texans would be fine. We lost to them this year, but Texans would be fine. DeMeco Ryans was our defensive coordinator in San Francisco for a couple of years after Robert Saleh left to take the head coaching job in New York. So I think I'll root for them. But if the Patriots win, I'll be rooting for the Patriots over the Broncos, because I like Drake May. And Bears forever. But if the Rams win tomorrow and it's Rams versus Seattle, I don't know. I dislike both teams. I guess I'll be okay with Seattle winning because the Rams have won a Super Bowl in the last couple of years. But if it's not the Bears, I'll be rooting for whoever wins in the AFC. If it's the Seattle or Rams, I'll be rooting for the Broncos, Patriots, or the Texans, who are making the Super Bowl. Don't want either one of those teams to win. But all right, that's it. It's almost midnight. Michaela's got a dance competition tomorrow, so got to get up at a decent hour, get that going. But thanks, 2025. San Francisco 49ers had such high hopes for this year, especially after, we're at the Super Bowl 2 years ago. Last year, a ton of injuries, didn't even make the playoffs. And then this year, just a lot of hope. I didn't know Seattle was going to be this good. I knew they were solid. I think they made the playoffs last year, but man. And the Rams with Matt Stafford, and they're always going to be good, I guess. All right, let's wrap it up. It's time for me to go to bed. I'm tired. This is a beer I grabbed at local The Vale. Fantastic, fantastic brew. You don't see these out. It's a brewery in Richmond, Virginia. It's called White Ferrari. It's an 8%er. Had 2 last night. My plan was to drink these two tonight, hopefully enjoying the game. So I poured one right before the game started, and I didn't finish that beer until the third quarter had ended because I was just in shock trying to watch that game. So, all right, it's an 8%er. It's good. Again, cheers to the 2025 Niners. Appreciate the 6 months of joy, 5 months of joy, whatever they gave me, the ups and downs, and then they got hot late and just found a way to win a lot of games they probably shouldn't have, and mix and match whatever players that were healthy enough to play. I mean, when you lose Nick Bosa and Fred Warner on the defense, that's, to still be in a lot of games, and then, Kittle missed a ton of time, and Pearsall, and basically everyone but Christian McCaffrey, and Purdy. Christian McCaffrey was the only one on the offense that didn't miss any time, surprisingly enough. So, yeah, to win 12 games and have a shot to be the number 1 seed the last week, it's pretty darn good. So I'll take it. I'll still wear my Niners gear loud and proud. But no more Niners games for me to watch for another 9 months, which kind of sucks. I really enjoyed watching this team. Love this team. Love the guys on it and the coaches. I know they don't know who I am. At the end of the day, it means nothing to my day-to-day life. But it gives us something to look forward to. You got a team you can root for, you feel connected to. It's kind of hard to see them because it means a lot to them. So, anyways, cheers. The White Ferrari, which is a great nickname for CMC now that I think about it. So I like this beer. Thanks again to the Niners. It's a good beer. It's going to help me sleep really well. All right, well, I'm going to wrap this up, get some sleep, and enjoy tomorrow. And hopefully Michaela does well. And watch some football. I still love the NFL. And we'll go from there. So. Have a good evening. Get some sleep. Gonna be a long plane ride home for those guys. Well, distance-wise, not that far from Seattle to San Francisco, but pretty somber. And that's it. Barton out. Until next time.